self-reliance, rugged individualism, independent thinking. Those are the things that made America great. It's the things that made America strong. You know, being willing to take risk. You know, I think we've become so soft and dependent in our society. One of the things that is really I've watched over the past few months with our government and all the people that are dependent on the things that they provide. You know, we kind of laugh about the zombie apocalypse. I'm not expecting the undead to come back. But there are zombies out there nonetheless that are alive and well and that are fixed on certain philosophies, certain doctrines that are a detriment to our country. We need to take a stand for freedom, for self-reliance, for rugged individualism. You know, what really puzzles me is watching the stock market being so volatile. And of course, right now with us losing our credit status, you know, with the stock market going back and forth, I mean, we personally have lost a lot of money because of 401ks and things like that. But knowing that we have precious metals, we've invested in precious metals, we've invested in other commodities, it really allows us to sleep at night. You know, if everything fails and the market crashes and stores become very scarce and they start to ration food, we're going to be in a lot better shape. And really, the more that people store some things back and are a little more self-reliant, the better it is for the whole country together. You know, here are just some of our food supplies that we keep back. These are long-term food storage items. Also, having the capability with these super pails. You guys have seen us where we've put these together to have an emergency supply of food. And this is just the first. There are like 3 or 4 rows behind this. You've got to be able to feed your family. You can't wait to get in line in the government lines when the soup kitchens. You've got to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. You know, one of the things our founding fathers did and our ancestors did that came here to America was to have things put aside. I know my grandparents have, for years, would have gardens, on both sides. And most of the older people that I know, they know how to do these things. They know how to grow gardens. They know how to keep these things preserved. You know, you have these outbreaks of E. coli, you have salmonella, you have all these different contaminants. Knowing where your food comes from is well worth it. Plus, it's just healthier living. But I would encourage anyone to at least grow a few tomato plants and start to learn how to cultivate. Learn about growing your own food. Just having some basic food storage put back. Just a little bit ahead that you're going to use. With the price of groceries going up like they are, you need to be putting aside a few things. Having water. Having a way to store water. Having a way to purify water. But being able to know where your water sources are in case there is some kind of problem. I mean, you could have a contamination of your water source on the municipal level and just be out of water. What are you going to do? It can only last 3 days without water. And something like this big Berkey will filter 6,000 gallons of water. You need to really invest in something for a filter. Yeah, there are different ways to do it. You can do it with bleach. You can do it a lot of different ways. You just need to know what's best for you and to get with it. Know your water source. A pool is a great water source. And you know, you can even attach pumps to this, keep it open year-round. That's what we do. And this is a prep. Also, if you have other sources where lakes nearby or a river, or we have a stream on the end of our property, and just knowing your water sources is very important. Of course, right now, wood, heat is not really what we want to think about in 100-degree weather, but right now is the time to get it put away and to have it ready for the winter. This wood needs to cure. It needs to sit. And having a fireplace or something that you can use, kerosene heater or whatever you can do to keep warm, to keep your family warm. You need to have backup sources. Willing to defend yourself. And that's one of the things about what we do here on the Suits channel, is not only having the firearm that you really need and having a way to protect yourself, but really being capable of protecting yourself. Going out to the range, training, shooting. You know, recently, in fact, a member of my family, I was able to get them a firearm, helped them with it, and now it's been over a year and they still haven't taken it out to shoot it. And really, I think they're kind of waiting on me to do that. Listen, you have the responsibility for your safety. No one else has that responsibility. And I think that whole mindset of waiting on somebody else to do it is what is killing our country. You know, having a nice rifle is great, and they're a lot of fun to shoot. They're very effective for a self-defense role, especially in a WROL situation. But do you have the ammunition that you need? Do you have the magazines? Do you have things that you can put those magazines in case you need to sort them? And when I say magazines, I'm not talking about one or two. And one note about ammunition is to make sure that it is good quality ammunition. And I'm going to tell you guys, I have bought cheap 223. I take it out to the range, it's shooting all over the place. They just aren't that tight. You know, I want to encourage you to buy good quality stuff, and it'll really pay off in the long run. Having stuff organized, having it ready, having it together where you know where things are. One of the most important things too to have is a good flashlight. In fact, I'm going to be doing a lot of reviews on flashlights coming up because I depend on flashlights a lot. And really having a good flashlight means a big difference. Just like one of these battery powered, like this is just a Porter cable that goes with my drill set, and I use it a lot. Sometimes I bring it out if I'm in my shop. Having organization, like one of these, this is from LA Police Gear. It's just a great range bag. I use it all the time. Of course, you guys know I love Maxpedition. Having the packs ready and having the gear that I need in there, some of the smaller packs to organize. A GPS is really important, especially if you're on the road and you're trying to find where you need to be. Having ammunition, guns, magazines are really important. Having a lot of extra magazines, especially for your primary pistol, and being able to use those and to train with them. Having all your accessories together in specific places. Redundancy, and of course you see I have a number of flashlights, a number of magazines, a number of knives, and some of the packs also have knives. My keys, and on my key ring I have a light, I have a Swiss Army knife. I keep all of these things together. Having a good pair of impact sunglasses that can withstand impacts and protect your eyes. Your eyes are going to be a vital asset in a survival type situation. What if emergency services are overwhelmed and you have a child that needs medical attention? Are you going to have your first aid kits together? Are you going to have really what you need in a situation like that? I mean, there are some products out there that you need to invest in. You know, my sign here, everybody loves to comment on this sign. And, you know, the law enforcement didn't put this sign up. I put it up because I take full responsibility for the protection of my family. You know, I do a lot of gear reviews. And one of the reasons why I do gear reviews is to show you what's out there so you can tailor your system to your needs. And if you can see it, you've been exposed to it, then you can make some good choices. Are you going to be dependent on your neighbor? Or are your neighbors going to be dependent on you? You know, we don't know what the future holds. And really right now, no one knows. Things are a little bit upside down with what's going on in London right now with the riots. And some of that is spilling over here into the United States. With the economic news that's coming down, people are it's just a big thing of uncertainty. If you have some food, water, you have a way to defend yourself at your home, you have some medical supplies, it just makes things a lot easier. It allows you to think a little more clearly. And as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more fun gun reviews and sensible survival. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Hey man, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you.